I never imagined an ordinary Friday evening could unravel into the kind of nightmare that changes everything. It started as one of those forgettable nights. Work behind me, routine weighing heavy. And yet, somehow, I was pulled into a storm I didn't see coming. One crazy night, I whispered under my breath, clutching my bag as though it could anchor me. At that point, I had no idea I'd end up under harsh hospital lights, battered, confused, and questioning not only my choices, but the trust one shared with the person I loved most. My name is Claire. I've always thought myself as cautious. 32 years old, working as an accountant, married to Josh for 5 years. My days had always been predictable. Office, home, a dinner out here and there, quiet weekends spent together. Safe, ordinary, maybe too ordinary. So when I crossed paths with Michael and Lena at a local art show, I let myself be swept up by their magnetic energy. They were bold, spontaneous, and carried a kind of thrill I hadn't felt in years. What harm could a single night bring? I told myself. It started harmlessly. Drinks, stories about travel, art, and life. But beneath their laughter, I sensed an appetite for trouble, something reckless simmering just below the surface. When Michael suggested we head to a music festival across town, Lena cheered him on. Against my better judgment, I agreed. The city lights blurred outside the car windows as we sped through the streets. For a moment, I felt alive, outside my ordinary routine. I glanced at my phone, waiting for a message from Josh, something normal to ground me. But nothing came. A flicker of unease brushed against me. But the adrenaline was louder. Just one night, I kept telling myself. Then everything shifted. A sharp turn, the shriek of tires, metal colliding. Pain ripped through my side before the world went dark. Voices shouted, Michael and Lena, panic replacing their carefree charm. I tried to speak, but my body wouldn't respond. My last thought before fading was of Josh. Would he even know what happened? When I opened my eyes again, I was staring into blinding fluorescent lights. Machines beeped in rhythm with my shallow breaths. My ribs ached with every inhale. Confusion and fear pressed down on me as I pieced fragments together. The drinks, the strangers, the crash. Don't move, a nurse instructed gently. Steadying me, you've got bruising and a fracture. We need you still. Her voice was calm, but it couldn't touch the storm building inside me. I needed Josh. When he finally appeared, the sight of him shook me more than the accident. His face was pale, his eyes a storm of worry, anger, and something else, disappointment. Claire, he said, voice tight. What happened? I wanted to explain, but shame tangled the words. Finally, I whispered, it was a car accident. With Michael and Lena, his expression darkened. He didn't yell. He didn't need to. The silence between us was heavier than shouting. Why were you with strangers? Why didn't you tell me? His calm tone cut deeper than rage ever could. I tried to explain I hadn't meant harm, that it was just supposed to be fun. But he wasn't hearing me. As he paced, I realized something terrifying. The damage went beyond my ribs. The trust between us had fractured too. Hours dragged on. Doctors came and went, checking my injuries, while Josh remained mostly silent. The quiet between us felt suffocating. Finally, he broke it. Claire, he said, steady but firm, I need the truth. What really happened tonight? So I told him every detail, from the art exhibit to the drinks, to the ill-fated decision to join Michael and Lena. I expected fury. Instead, I saw something shift in him. He let out a slow breath and said, You made choices that could have ended so much worse. I don't care about rules as much as I care about trust. That's what matters. And tonight, that's what broke. His words pierced deeper than the physical pain. Tears welled as I admitted. I just wanted to escape for a little while. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Josh's shoulders softened slightly. I understand wanting more, but no more reckless nights with strangers. Next time, let me be part of it, or at least know. I gave a weak laugh through the tears. The tension eased, though faintly, like a fragile thread stitched over a wound. We weren't unbroken, but we weren't shattered either. Later, as I was wheeled to recovery, Josh walked beside me, his hand brushing mine. Amid the chaos, We had found a moment of clarity. Survival didn't just mean getting through the accident. It meant facing the fractures in our marriage, too. By the time dawn lit the sky outside the hospital, a fragile peace settled over us. The night had tested us in ways I never imagined. It left us bruised, vulnerable, but still standing together. And in that, I found the faintest trace of comfort. The wild night had ended, but its lessons would echo for a long time to come.